Hi, Emily. It's Danny. I wanted to get back to you in regards to that packaging that I had emailed you on. I figured it's easier just to make a video than have to write it all out and send it to you. So, as you can see on the screen, this is the packaging, this is the file that you have. I wanted to start with when you open it, it asks about the font, and then you had also mentioned that in your email. I actually don't have the font files, so I guess during the redesign, if you can just simply update the file or the font to a simple font. I'm okay with like Arials or something very simple, straightforward, clean. Um, for the packaging itself, all logos will have to be removed and swapped out with the logo that I've provided in the email. The branding is now called, well, the brand is called Link Pleasure Products, or Link Pleasure for short. So we have our own logo for that we will replace the NSN logos, the NS Novelties logos you see up here, down here, Renegade, and just the tip we'll remove as well, and we'll update locations with the again with the logo I provide. Now I don't need the logo in as many locations as they had on here. So I'm assuming, let's see here. I'm good with removing, we're going to remove the Renegade logo, so we don't need to replace that logo per se with our Link Pleasure because we'll have it down here in the corner. For the title, we're just going to call it, it's going to be called Just the Tip, and then head, and I'll put this in the email, so it's going to be Just the Tip, head trainer pump. Um, and then, okay, moving forward, let me actually zoom in on this part. So I'd like to get all of this removed, the for warranty latest, this entire section, all the way up till new nsnovelties.com. If you can update that with linkpleasure.com, again, I will put this in the email as far as the content itself. You can keep the Rojas compliant icon. Copyright, we're actually 2020, and then it'll be Link Pleasure. Actually, Link Pleasure Products, I'm sorry. So copyright 2020, Link Pleasure Products, and then all rights reserved, blah, blah, blah. So trade dress of Link Pleasure Products again, down here. Sold as novelties, all good. All of this is good. Design, okay. All of this is good. I do have a new UPC barcode that is, it's a, I believe a PNG file, and it's in the email as well. The part number also in the email. You can keep the word black here. That's completely okay. Now, if we move over to the other panel, I wrote a little bit of content that I'd like to have put in this. Well, we can remove basically everything except for the care instructions down here at the bottom. And then it will have the Link Pleasure logo here. And then the little written content, the little excerpt I wrote, you can just throw it right here. It doesn't need to be in quotes or bolded or any of that. Just a nice, clean, simple look. And then I'd like to cut all of this content out right here, get rid of all the text. And I have a standalone copy of the actual product itself. I'd like to have that shrunk down and then centered right here on the side panel. Now keep in mind that's not affecting the front panel. I'm just saying on the side I'd like another version of the pump, the picture, shrunk down right on here on this left-hand panel. As far as the main panel goes, the change that, I kind of ran this over with Michelle, and she's obviously helping me with my creative, very good at it. So she came up with a good idea of having the main panel right here, as opposed to having it a black to gray to white gradient. We have our blue, and I'll give you the whatever the code, the hex code. I have that, so we could start with that code and have it. It's a kind of it. The blue looks just like just the tip blue right here. And what we would do is have it start from the outside and have a gradient to white. So it would go from blue to gray, just to white. And in fact, let me pull. This is this gradient box right here. This is kind of how we see it. So this is the blue. I'll do the code again. And how it kind of goes from the blue to the gray to the white gradient right here. That's basically how we see for this box. So it would be the blue all the way to the white gradient. The logo for our title, which we'll call just the tip, also, we can have that as a white. I guess it'd either be white or black, depending on how it looks, just to be flipped from the blue that's going to be the gradient. We're going to keep the image fine, actual size is fine, acrylic is fine. Um, And I think that's it. The final panel is the back panel, which we're going to get rid of. I'm not quite sure, to be honest, if this was a cutout. I think just leave the back panel as it is. Don't touch it, other than removal of the logo and just replacing it with the logo that we've provided. Other than that, that is really it. So I hope that's a simple and easy task or job. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm sure I need to clarify some things as it needed. So anyway, thank you very much, and I look forward to talking to you. Take care. I'll show you real quick. Pull this up. Bear with me 1 second. Sorry. I'm just looking for a file here. Okay, so if we go up here to the color, yeah. So as you can kind of see,